Hi guys, welcome to another video. I thought we'd play a little game today of this and that. What do I love? If I had to choose between Louis Vuitton and Dior, Chanel or Hermes, Lambskin or Caviar, I could go on and on and on. So I thought we'll get some bags out and we'll get some luxury things out and just have a little bit of fun. So keep watching. So let's start with the one that I know you all want to know the answer to because it's like first world problems. Kelly or Birkin? Which one is the best? Which one do I like? Well, which one is the best? My answer to this is always, what do you like? What suits your lifestyle? What do you gravitate to visually? Do you like the fact that this has one handle, but it has a shoulder strap? Do you like the fact that this has two handles, but it has no shoulder strap? Do you like the aesthetics of this one compared to this one? What about the sizes? There are so many different things to look at. I thought I was a Kelly girl, always, always. It was always my dream bag to have the Kelly, but I love the Birkin. I love a top handle bag. I like the easy in and out of it. I just think it's such a classic. Birkin all day long. Caviar or lambskin. I don't have any lambskin to show you anymore because the only piece I had was, well, I had two pieces of lambskin. I had the Dior Lady Dior, which I've sold, and I also had the Chanel Trendy, which I sold. I do have a Lady Dior in red. However, I have, when I say I have, I don't. My daughter now has. I've gifted that to her, so it's no longer here. So that is the only lambskin that I've bought, if you like. So that gives you the answer, doesn't it? I love Caviar. This is the Wildunfiltered chain. I love the pebbled leather. I love how durable it is. I love the feel of it. Yeah, Caviar all day, every day. I love Caviar. I will not buy another lambskin bag. Famous last words, we'll see, won't we? But Caviar, if I could get a Caviar mini Chanel, I'd have to get one pre-love because I don't do them anymore. But yeah, that is the only pre-love thing I think I might hunt down because it's the only way I'm going to get one. Caviar, Caviar. Dior or Louis Vuitton? This is so tough for me. Louis Vuitton is my first love. I've got more Louis Vuitton bags than anything else by a long, long way because this was my first love and I'm still loving Louis Vuitton. Every time I see this on the screen, I just think, wow, it's so beautiful, isn't it? Anyway, I am still loving Louis Vuitton. I did have a huge gap in between where I wasn't loving Louis Vuitton, but I do love it again. So it has to be a massive favourite of mine. But I absolutely adore Dior. See what I did there? J'adore Dior. Because there's something about it. It's so luxurious. This is a saddlebag. This is a lot edgier for Dior, but I love it. I love how some of their pieces are very edgy, and this is beautiful. But also, honestly, I am loving so many things from Dior at the minute. There's the 9522. Everything is so expensive, but then Louis Vuitton is so expensive now. So it's no longer an argument, is it, to buy one versus the other because they're all stupidly expensive. So if we forget the prices and we're just talking about which I love Dior. I just think the bags, the quality, the craftsmanship, the customer service. Susie is incredible. If you're ever in Manchester, Selfridges, in Dior, Susie. However, if you're ever in Bond Street in London, Louis Vuitton, James. Honestly, you two guys, if either of you are watching this, you're both incredible, and it makes me want to buy more of that brand because of you guys. I will never buy something that I don't like, so I'm not going to get carried away, but I am really, really happy when there is something that I really want and I can text both of you or either of you and say, have you got something? Because it makes me happy to deal with you. So yeah, customer service is a massive thing for me. So how do I choose between Louis Vuitton and Dior? I can't. I really can't. The only thing I will say is I've loved Louis Vuitton for a long time and I'm still buying a lot from Louis Vuitton. The last 4 or 5 bags, I've had a real run on Louis Vuitton at the minute. So I'm loving Louis Vuitton. However, in Dior at the moment, how do I decide between my two loves? I don't know. I think they're both equal. I have more Louis Vuitton bags by a long way, and it was my first love. So maybe I should go with Louis Vuitton. And my last few bags have all been Louis Vuitton. However, at the moment, there's so many things in Dior that I absolutely adore. I don't know. I think Dior are smashing it at the minute. I love them both. I'm not going to choose. I don't have to. I'm not going to choose. Gold hardware or silver hardware? Well, if you look anywhere around me, that's gold. That's gold. Gold, gold, gold. This is gold. However, I also have quite a lot of silver. This is silver hardware. This is silver hardware. This is silver hardware. So for me, it depends. It depends on the bag. It depends on the style of the bag. It depends on the colour of the bag. It depends on the leather of the bag. You can see the Chanel 19 is silver and gold that has multiple colours on the chain. So for me, I love both. I think when I started my absolute luxury journey, this was one of the first like high-end luxury bags that I ever bought. And for me, it was silver or nothing. I didn't want gold at this point. So this is 7-ish years ago. When I bought these two, this was my first Chanel purchase. And this was my second. I went for silver. So these are very, very similar. I wish now I'd have got maybe this one with the gold hardware, then I had a contrast. But no, I was silver or nothing all those years ago. Then I went into Dior and I met Susie and we were chatting away, and I've been in 2 or 3 times and got to know her really well. And she said to me, I said to her, all the Dior bags, they're all like aged gold hardware and I'm not as keen. I like silver. And she said, really, with your skin tone, you really suit gold. And she showed me, she'd put jewellery up to my ear, up to my skin, and I was like, ooh. And after that moment, I started playing around with different metals because I only used to wear silver jewellery as well, or white gold or platinum. And I just thought, oh, I think she might be right. So since then, when I started experimenting, I realised that I do like gold. And now I absolutely adore gold. Now in a place where I don't mind. It does depend on the colour of the bag. For me, somebody in my comments said it's a shame that this came with gold hardware because the silvery tone of this with the white and obviously the silver thread running through with the blue, this would suit silver so much better. And I see what you mean, keeps it very cool, but I think this just adds another element and just warms it up just slightly. So I love this combination. So I like the fact that it is very cool toned and then it just has that little pop of something a little bit warmer. So I love both. Honestly, I think the Petite Mal in particular suits gold, but definitely with the monogram. So yeah, when I was placing my wish list for my Birkin 25 and I was asking for a dark red if possible, I was 100% it needs to be gold because red and gold for me are just absolutely spot on. However, when I did my very first ever wish list, which was the Gris Etan Kelly, I wanted silver, palladium hardware. For me, it was a no-brainer. It had to be palladium because I thought cool tone, very cool toned with cool toned hardware was just amazing. I was then doing my wish list for my Etoupe Birkin. I wanted gold hardware with it. And again, I've seen this with palladium and it's beautiful, but for me, it had to be gold because the Etoupe is so, it's a slightly warm, but it's got a slight cooler undertone. And I just thought it needed that little bit of warmth to bring out the warmth in the sort of beautiful mushroomy beigey colour. So yeah, for me, it depends. It depends. And I also think when it comes to choosing a black bag, you can go either. They're so neutral, black is so neutral that either silver hardware, palladium hardware or gold hardware or even rose gold, they all work beautifully. So it's just your choice. So for me, I'm not answering this one either. It depends. So what about Chanel versus Hermes? This or that? Honestly, Hermes all day long. I love Hermes. I love the craftsmanship, the quality, the actual styles of the bags. They're very understated, they're very me. I love them. I also love the heritage of them. I don't like playing the game, and I don't play the game, so that's not coming into it for me. But the customer service, the two essays that I've had, and now my new essay could not be nicer. And yeah, it's just a beautiful, beautiful brand. Chanel, some of the things I think are beautiful, but I'm very, very, very keen on customer service, and that comes from my parents. They used to have shops and dealt with the public all the time. And when you work in retail, you realise, yeah, customer service is so important. So I've seen it from both sides of the coin, as in being a customer and also working in those shops and seeing how customers treat you. And Chanel, I've never ever been able to build a relationship with any sales associate. I went in once into Manchester and asked for some shoes. I didn't have my size in the colour I wanted. I could try another pair in a different colour to check the size. And then she said she'd get the size in for me and ring me when they were in, and I'd either call in or she might be able to send them out to me. So I asked her to do that. I left all my details. Never heard anything back from her. I then had her card, so I think I rang. I think I rang and spoke to customer services who were trying to put me through to the store. That wasn't working. I tried to leave a message for her. No, never ever got back to me. And then I went back into the store long, long, long time after, because I don't live near that store. And I just mentioned, and she just had no clue, no recollection of it. So yeah, I think the minute I walked out of the store, they just thought, oh, won't bother, too much hassle. So yeah, I've had a few up and down moments with Chanel. So yeah, Hermes all day, every day. So it's just a little bit of fun, guys. Let me know what your favourites are. And other than that, I will see you in another one.